Okay, so I've been shopping around for a professional 60cc chainsaw. In fact, I recently published a video comparing the Pro Saws from Echo, Husqvarna, Makita, and Stihl. If you're interested in seeing that video, check out the link down in the description. Now, after that comparison, I was able to eliminate the Echo and Husqvarna from my consideration, and I was leaning a little bit toward the Stihl MS 362, just because it a little bit better met my personal preferences. It's the lightest of the four chainsaws, has more of the design features that I personally like, and I already have tools and spare parts that will fit the MS 362. The only downside to that chainsaw was that it was really hard to justify the cost of buying a new chainsaw from the dealer. So I continued shopping, and eventually I found a really great sale on this Makita 6100 that I just couldn't pass up. So I bought the saw, and as luck would have it, right after I bought this chainsaw, this Stihl MS 362 showed up on eBay with a very attractive price, and it's supposedly an unused saw. Now I will say though that the only pictures in the eBay ad were of this box right here, so I don't really know what I have inside just yet. But anyway, I ended up with two chainsaws, and I really only wanted one. So in the next video, I'll do a detailed comparison of these two saws and decide which one I'm going to keep and which one I'm going to sell. But for now, let's take them out of the box and see what I got. Now the Makita here is a brand new chainsaw, ships with a bar and chain and a full factory warranty. Now the Stihl here supposedly has never been used, but from the looks of the box, it's been sitting in storage for a long time, and also it didn't ship with a bar or a chain or a factory warranty. Now how long it's been sitting in storage I really don't know, but I will say that if the picture on the side here is any indication, this is at least the newest version of the MS 362. I can tell that from the side cover design here, and also the cooling fins on the engine, they're angled back. So this is the newer version of the chainsaw, which I think came out in 2016. So this should be a 2016 or newer model, but I don't really know what I have yet. So we're going to find out together whether or not I got ripped off on this eBay purchase. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start with the Makita, and that's because I've already opened this box. I opened it when I first received the chainsaw just to make sure there was no shipping damage inside, but I haven't taken everything out just yet. I'm going to do that next. So the model number here is EA6100 PREG. So the P is a professional saw. The R is the color. There used to be a blue model. I think they're all red now, so that's what the R is. And the E, I believe, is the bar size. I happened to buy the 18-inch bar version because that was the cheapest version. I'm going to end up replacing the bar anyway. And G, I'm not sure what that is. If you know what the G means, let me know down in the comments. You can see here it's made in Germany. So let's go ahead and take a look inside. Now I will say I was kind of surprised by the lack of any styrofoam or any sort of protection inside this box. But the main reason for that is that this smaller box was actually shipped inside of a larger shipping box. And that larger shipping box did have some protection. But it was just shipped just like this, inside this box here without any styrofoam or anything else. There's a little piece of cardboard there on the handle, but that's about it. Over here I assume is a tool pouch. I guess the tools are in there. I haven't taken that out yet, or the bar. The bar is over here on the left side. Comes with a scabbard. It looks like that might be the manual, or maybe it's just the warranty wrapped around the bar. So let me put the camera down. I'll go ahead and take this out and we'll take a better look. Okay, so let's get this guy out and see what we got. All right, so here's the power head. Now it's interesting, this piece of cardboard, it's got some numbers on the back. It's just sitting here on the handle. I can't believe this didn't fall off in shipment. There's no tape on it or anything. It's kind of weird. So first impression, it's a pretty big and heavy saw. I mean, relatively speaking, it's light compared to the others, but I'm used to using a 50cc chainsaw, so handling this guy, it feels a little bit big. There's a little air index label. Let me see if I can pick up a date of manufacturer on this guy. I'm not sure where it is. Yeah, here we are. Date of manufacturer 2021.11, so November 2021. So it's currently November 2023. So I guess this guy's been sitting in storage for a while. So 2 years, probably sitting in a warehouse somewhere. That's interesting. So let's see, let's go ahead and take out, this is the bar and just the bar and the scabbard. And here's the manual and warranty information. Pretty nice looking scabbard. Now, this is just a very standard laminated bar. It's an 18-inch Makita bar. It looks just like the Oregon bars I have of about that size, just the cheap ones. It's not a professional quality bar. And then tool pouch. It's kind of a strange looking scrunch tool. Okay, and this is the Torx. So it's an L wrench, but it has the Torx end on it. So that's nice to have. Stihl did not include one of these with any of my new saws that I bought from Stihl. And I guess this is just the carburetor adjuster, just a little screwdriver. So that's nice. And put these back. And then we have the chain. So it should be an 18-inch chain. It says made in the USA. Blount Incorporated, Portland, Oregon. Okay, on the chain, it says Dolmar. I'll put that back. I'll go ahead and put these things back. And next I'll find a knife and we'll go ahead and open up the Stihl box and see what I got. Okay, so let's check inside the box for the Stihl MS 362. So this is actually the C version. The C version has the M-tronic electronically controlled carburetor. So that's what the box looks like on the side. It's pretty rough. You can see here there's some tears and some rips and that. And then this side doesn't look too bad. And you can see here that the label's been ripped off and you got some rips and tears. And the top of the box looks like something heavy has been sitting on top of it, and the box is a bit discolored. So like I said, this has probably been stored somewhere for quite some time. So go ahead and open it up. Also, you can see that this is not the original tape. It looks like it's been shut and open and retaped over several times. Okay, let me grab the light. So this chainsaw also was not shipped in this box, or rather it was shipped in the box, but there was a larger box that this box was inside of. So it was shipped inside of a large shipping box. But again, I'm a little surprised that there's no styrofoam or anything to prevent this guy from shaking around while it's in shipment. It does look like there is a manual. I guess that's the manual, maybe. Or that's the tool bag. Then the manual, I think, is just kind of crumpled up there on the bottom. Okay, so that's what it looks like inside the box. I mean, it does look like a 362. So let me take it out and let's see what we got. So upon closer inspection, there are a couple little spiders. There's one right there below the fuel tank. If you can see the fuel tank cap, just below it is a spider. It looks like it's dead. And there's another one. I don't know that the camera can see that one, but that's a pretty tiny one. So another little, what it looks like a dead spider, just a tiny one there. So I'm guessing that this chainsaw has probably been stored, you know, based on the looks of the box and the fact that I'm getting little spiders in here. Probably been stored like outside in somebody's shed or a shop that's not sealed. Probably not well, maybe a garage, but I'm thinking like a shop or a shed. And it looks like there's some little marks here on the top. I think those are also from a spider. Spider trying to make a spider web, perhaps. Those little dark marks there. So that's what we have so far. Let me go ahead and take it out of the box. Okay, so let me get this guy out of the box. So there's the tool pouch. And this has never been opened. This is a sealed bag, so that's nice. This isn't so nice. Like I said, this is the manual, the right manual, but it's not in great shape. It's been crumpled and sitting in there for who knows how long. So I feel that I got a good deal on this saw, but without really knowing much about it. So to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous because there's definitely some risk-taking going on here, especially given the condition of the box and the fact that I'm seeing spiders and that inside. And first thing I want to check, this does feel lighter. I don't know if it's just my impersonation of it, but it feels lighter than the Makita. It is a little lighter, I guess. Anyway, the first thing I need to do, I want to check the date of manufacture. So March 2017. Wow, so this guy has definitely been sitting for a long time, unused, apparently. There's kind of an orange mark here on the side cover. I don't know why. So 2017, so that's quite old. That's going on 7 years. So almost 7 years that it's been sitting in this box. So given the state of the box and the spiders and the age of the saw, I'm definitely going to have to give it a really good, thorough checkout before I start the chainsaw. Make sure there's nothing hiding in the carburetor or rust anywhere or anything like that. So I'll definitely do that before starting it. Otherwise, it does look like an unused chainsaw. I mean, you can see the sticker here, made in Germany. There's a little bit of discoloration there on the muffler. I don't know if that shows up there, but the muffler looks like it's been in storage, you know, and it has, of course. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to open up this tool pouch. There's no reason to. I can see the tools. There's just two of them. Here's the scrunch. This is, this is similar, more similar to the scrunches I already own. And then again, there's this little L-shaped tool that has the Torx end on it, just like the Makita had. So very similar setup. This is a nicer pouch. Looks like it's canvas instead of, you know, polyurethane or plastic. But at any rate, that's a nice little tool set. Kind of a crumpled up manual. Okay, so before I get any further, I wanted to just do some baseline checks just to make sure that I do have a brand new unused chainsaw. And I was thinking I should probably check into the fuel tank and the oil tank and just see if these look as I would expect them to. Yeah, so you can see there's like a little white dusting on that fuel line there. So I'll probably need to clean that off before I start it up. I don't want to get whatever that is into the gas supply line. The tank itself looks spotless. It's probably started at the factory 7 years ago. And let's go ahead and look in the oil tank. That is spotless. So that definitely has not had any oil in it. Yeah, so that is a good sign. But anyway, so this is supposed to be the C model, so it should have the M-tronic carburetor. So I went ahead and turned these screws on the top cover. Let's see what we have. And yeah, this definitely looks nice and clean. So this has not been run, definitely not been used to cut any wood. I mean, it's very clean. So this looks like a brand new chainsaw. So it looks really nice in there. And here are the electrical connections for the M-tronic carburetor. So that checks out. This is the correct air filter that this chainsaw would have come with. It's a washable, reusable air filter. Okay, so I found a couple of bugs in the box, and I just found another one. He's right there on top of that flywheel there. So I just wanted to do a checkout and make sure everything looks okay. So I removed the air filter, and I partially removed this diffuser here, this little shroud. There are a couple of nuts there, and I pulled it back just so I could get a look inside the carburetor. And the good news is the carburetor looks nice and clean. No more bugs or spiders in there, and seems to be functioning okay. At least the throttle is working. So that looks all right. Now the other problem is I wanted to make sure that I don't have any internal damage. You know, my concern is that someone may have bought this saw brand new, put straight gas in it instead of 2-cycle fuel, and burned up the engine and then put it on eBay. So I want to make sure that didn't happen. So I'm going to take a look inside the cylinder here. So I've removed this spark plug boot and the spark plug, brand new Bosch plug. Looks really nice and clean, by the way. And I'm going to take a peek in there and see if I can find any issues. I'm looking for scoring or any scratches on the piston or the cylinder wall that would tell me that there's been damage. Okay, so what you're looking at there is the opposite side of the cylinder wall. And it probably doesn't show up well on this camera, but it's nice and clean. I don't see any scratches or any score marks. So I'm bringing the piston up now, and I can see the top of the piston, and it also looks really nice. No issues there. Back down, and now you can see the cylinder wall. So I think that on this side is looking really good. I don't see any problems there. Basically looks like a new engine. So let's check the other side and look at the exhaust port side. Okay, so I've removed the muffler, and I can see a bit of corrosion on the front of the muffler, nothing big, but you can see that this chainsaw has been stored in damp conditions. And in case you're curious, that's the other side. It's basically just an empty box. So let's take a look up here, and I can see more corrosion. That's surface rust. Again, not a big deal, but gives me an indication that the chainsaw was stored in a high humidity environment, at least some of the time. Okay, it's a bit hard to get this on camera, but that is the opposite end of the cylinder wall. We're looking into the exhaust port, and I don't see any scratches. It's definitely no score marks or anything like that. So this is actually looking pretty good. Let me bring the piston up. I see some discoloration right above those piston rings. I think that looks like unburnt oil, maybe from when they started the chainsaw in the factory. It's just some residue, but I don't think anything to be worried about. There's the piston. Again, no scoring, no scratches, looks good. And I can bring it all the way back down, and there's the cylinder wall again, and again, no scratches. So it looks really clean in there. It actually looks like a brand new engine. I don't see any problems there. Looks like maybe they started it once at the factory and not again. So I think we're in good shape there in the inside of the engine. Well, I definitely took on a bit of risk in buying the Stihl chainsaw here because I really didn't know what I was going to get, and the eBay seller wasn't taking returns. But at least so far, it does appear to be a unused Stihl MS 362 CM, as the ad suggested. On the other hand, I really haven't found out if it's fully functional or not. So in the next video, I'm going to check that out. We're going to test out the functionality of this chainsaw, see if it starts and runs, and I'll do a detailed comparison between the Makita and the Stihl, and I'll need to make a decision as to which of these two chainsaws I'm going to keep. So if you're interested in seeing that video, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications, and I'll see you next time.